and welcome to today's video. Today we'll be talking about 13 jobs or businesses that you can actually do as a fashionista. So if you're in the fashion industry or you want to know if you can fit into the fashion industry, then I encourage you to watch this video till the end. So for number one, we have the fashion designer. A fashion designer who is someone who is creative, who is able to come up with new concepts, who is able to come up with new designs. Now, if you're that kind of person that you would say, okay, I think this outfit should actually have a slit at the back, or no, I think this should have a collar here, or this should have maybe some sort of long hand. You can actually just think of new things. You could just think of new concepts, not necessarily that you saw them anywhere, but you're just creative. The second job we're going to talk about is the job of a sewist. A sewist is someone who sews clothes. Male sewist is referred to as a seamster, while a female sewist is referred to as a seamstress. It's someone who loves to make things with your hands. You like to stitch things together. Find it really exciting doing that, then you should consider being a sewist if you're not one already. So the third job or career we're going to talk about is the job of a retail buyer. A retail buyer is someone who picks individual, just makes random selection of different fashion wears and all of that. A retail buyer is someone who actually has eyes for good things. You just know how to pick out good things. You know how to select the best of the brands, then you should consider being a retail buyer. In Nigeria, it's commonly known as boutiques. You can open your own store. Next, we have the fashion journalist. The fashion journalist is someone who loves to analyze trends in fashion. Those people that will say, why did she wear a red dress? Why did she wear a blue dress to a dinner? Why did she put on this? Oh, this is so out of fashion. They just like talk about things like that. Then you should consider being a fashion journalist. It will actually suit you really well if you find yourself loving talking about fashion and all of that. Next, we have the trend researchers. Trend researchers are people that do research on the trends that have existed before or trends that are currently existing. Usually they work with fashion designers. They bring those things together, so they just give it to the fashion designer, then the fashion designer is able to create whatever he or she wants to create from what the trend researcher has submitted. Next, we have the graphic designers. The graphic designers work with the fashion designers. As graphic designers, they are people that combine hand sketches with computer-based sketches to print on an outfit. So if you find yourself loving those prints that you see, or you find yourself being able to come up with those creative ideas that you feel should be printed on maybe a shoe or a bag or an outfit or whatever it is, or you're one of those people that will just look at me and you're like, you know what, I'm going to put your picture on your outfit, then you should consider being a graphic designer. So the next job opportunity you can actually have as a fashionista is the job of a fashion stylist. A fashion stylist is someone who works with media organizations. For instance, if you're a producer and you have an idea of how your actors and actresses should look like in your movie, then you will need a fashion stylist. Fashion stylist is going to take your concept, make sure the actors and actresses fit into how you want them to actually look in your movie. So that's the job of a fashion stylist. Next, we have a personal stylist. Now, are you good in combining clothes? There are some people there, they'll tell you, okay, put on this red top, it's going to match this blue jean. Or they just tell you, no, okay, you should actually try a long skirt on a sleeveless. They come up with all sorts of things. That's my point. So are you someone who likes to combine outfits and you're good at doing this? Then you should consider being a personal stylist. A personal stylist could actually work in a retail boutique as well. There are actually some individuals that don't really have the dress sense and they might just want to employ a personal stylist to make sure that they are always on point. So you can actually consider doing that if you know anybody who who needs such a service. Next, we have the fashion illustrator. Remember I said the fashion designer is someone who is able to come up with new concepts and all of that. Now, a fashion illustrator helps to put these designs really nicely. Sometimes fashion designers might not be good in drawing and all of that, so it is the job of a fashion illustrator to put down these designs really nicely, just as is imagined by the fashion designer. So if you find yourself being able to draw really well, then you might be able to do the job of a fashion illustrator. So guys, the next job we're going to talk about is the job of a textile designer. A textile designer is someone who creates 2D designs and puts them on prints. So if you find yourself having or loving such things, then you should consider being a textile designer. A fashion writer. If you're a creative person that loves to write, then you might probably want to consider being a fashion writer. A fashion writer is someone who writes about fashion, writes about what's happening in the fashion industry and all of that. So if you're a creative person that loves to write, then you can consider writing for fashion if you have the desire to do so. A fashion writer could actually work with newspaper companies, could work with magazines and so on and so forth. So if you think you fit into this, then this is amazing for you to consider. So next, we have the fashion merchandisers. It is the job of a fashion merchandiser to make sure that the right clothes are stocked at the right time and also with the right quantity. So the fashion merchandiser makes sure that the store operates smoothly and also makes sure, tries to maximize profit as much as possible. Find yourself being able to take note of such details, then you should consider being a fashion merchandiser. So next, we have the fashion public relations. Now, the PR person is responsible for the image of the company. You don't want the company to have a bad image in the society. Most times, image sells products. If your company has a bad image, then your products might probably not sell well in the market. So it's the job of the PR person to make sure that the company's image is always on point in the society. These are 13 jobs or businesses that you can actually do as a fashionista. However, I encourage you to do some more research because there are more jobs and businesses that you can actually do in this line. I hope this video helped someone. If it did, please don't forget to give a thumbs up and also subscribe if you're new to my channel. I'll also like to hear from you. If there's something I said that you want to know more about, please don't forget to leave your comment in the comment section below. Thank you so much, and until I come your way in the next video, it's goodbye and see you soon. Bye.